everyone, I'm Natasha, and today I'm at the Wonder Premiere!
I'll be on my way. It's just my heart, the one you try to take.
I'm here to interview the cast, and I'm going to see the movie, and I've already read the book, and I'm really excited about both. We're in our spot on the red carpet. It says Tashapolis YouTube down there. So it looks like Owen Wilson's coming, Jacob Tremblay, Maddie Pattinson. The person I'm most excited to see is Davy Diggs because Hamilton. And Julia Roberts not going to be here, so I'm kind of sad about that.
How are you feeling?
Good. There's a lot of different people that are coming that I don't know what to ask. My questions are very transferable, so we'll see.
I am designated camera woman.
Thanks, Liz. All we're doing is waiting right now. It's been 30 minutes. Not many people have come by. No cast yet. It's gonna get hectic. So I review books on YouTube. We're a part of BookTube, and I'm very excited to be on this carpet and talking to you tonight. Cool. What's the feeling like having your book become a movie?
It is one of the most surreal experiences I could possibly ever describe. You start out as a writer, you write alone in a room.
Yeah.
And you just imagine these characters in your head, and then 5 years later, yeah, it's crazy. And Julia Roberts is in your movie, and it's amazing.
Did you have any say in casting? How collaborative were you with the film?
They consulted me much more than they needed to.
Okay.
They really seemed to want to please me. They wanted my input. That's not to say that they always listened to me, but they definitely asked me. And in terms of casting, I certainly... I heard that Julia Roberts was going to be in, and we were just, yes,
Yay.
That's amazing. I know that it was my idea to get Mandy Patinkin from Mr. Tushman, and I had some say in the casting of some of the minor roles. Yeah, it was an amazing experience. They were so collaborative.
Good. I haven't seen the film yet, so I'm wondering...
Do you have tissues?
Why?
Because you're going to need tissues.
Oh, I was like, is something on my face?
No. When you go in, you're going to need some tissues. Yeah, just remember that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
What scene best was adapted from your book that you felt like all the emotions?
All the emotions.
All the feels.
It's hard to say just one scene because there were so many that captured the spirit of the book so well. I can't even say one scene. I will say that there's a scene that's not pictured in the movie the way it's described in the book, but I love it so much. And that's the scene. All I'll say is the scene by the lake. It's one of my favorites.
Okay. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Natasha. You look beautiful, by the way. So I'm a YouTuber. I review books on the YouTubes. Do you watch YouTube? Sometimes?
Yes.
Do you read a lot?
I do.
Okay, what's your favorite book?
I love reading Wrinkle in Time. That's my...
Are you excited for the movie?
I am. I'm so excited to see it.
So when you went out to audition for this film, did you have a specific character in mind? Had you read the book yet? Were you aware of it?
I haven't read the book yet, but I was aware that Wonder was a book, and they sort of gave me a breakdown to know what the character was like, and I was really happy to hear that I got that part.
I can't wait to see you in the film. I haven't seen it yet. I'm seeing it tonight.
Me either. I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet?
No.
How is that experience, filming the scenes and then seeing it all cut together?
I'm so excited because we film it in different parts.
Yeah,
not necessarily in order. Yeah, so just to see it all pieced together, it's so great.
So there's different perspectives in the film, and how did you go about collaborating with the director and giving each character their own type of sound? Was that something important that you guys wanted to do?
Very, very important, and it was something that it took a lot of trials. With particularly I would say Via's music was the most challenging. And she really, I would say, next to Auggie, is the character that has the most going on in this film, and her journey is very parallel to his journey. She's older, she's a teenager, and the music had to kind of feel like it belonged in her world, but still had to belong to this film. It's a family film, so it took a while to really get there with her.
Have you worked on emotional films like this before?
I have worked in a lot of emotional films, but never in a family film. This is the first one I can take my kids, let me put it this way. So
Okay,
it's the
got
first
it.
thing I've ever done that my kids will be able to watch.
Are they here tonight?
They're not.
Oh,
but
okay.
we're going this weekend and we're going to watch it in a movie theater with the popcorn and everything. And I think
That should be fun. So you wrote the end credits song, correct?
Yes, the last I heard. Yes.
Yes. Okay. And when did you get the news that you were going to do that?
A few months ago, and actually I got to talk to the director on the phone a couple times. It was really important for him that I saw the movie beforehand, so I did see it a couple months ago before I wrote the song, and I really understood what I was writing about and
Did you
really
read the
understood message.
Did you read the book?
I actually did not, and I keep meaning to read it. I'm so awful. I do keep meaning to read the book, and I will get
As
to
long
it.
as you capture the essence.
I do feel bad that I haven't read it. I should have read it first.
So I'm assuming you play Julian's mom.
Yes.
Okay, I just finished the book yesterday, and I was very appalled at what your character does.
Yes.
How was that on set for you, like kind of playing a villain?
You know, I think the number one thing I didn't want to do was think of her as a villain, honestly.
Okay.
Even though totally disagree with all of her feelings, she has a majority of opinion that a lot of people have.
That is
So I
true.
try to understand why those people have that opinion, because it's so far from mine. And I think it's because they just love their kids, and that's how they know to love their kids. So when I went into it, I was like,
She's a mom.
in my mind, I'm doing the best thing to make sure my kid goes forward before anybody else, you know? And I think that's what we need to change, is it's not about who gets to go forward before anybody else. It's about if we all just help each other, everybody goes forward.
Yes.
You know, so going into it, I was like, I don't want to think that way, because I don't think the people that think that way think that they're villains.
Got it.
They think they're
right.
They're right.
That's true.
So with this movie, we got to change that opinion.
In the book, there's kind of the scene where you first meet Auggie. What was that like when you first saw Jacob in the makeup?
Right.
Was it like, did you take a step back, or were you like suddenly in character?
No, actually, yeah, suddenly in character. I would, yeah, because we definitely wanted. I actually wanted not to see him.
Okay.
Yeah, to walk around. I wanted to see him first when we turned on the camera when we're on set. Not even during rehearsal. I didn't want to see him during rehearsal. So yeah, so it really did hit me. It
Now,
did hit me.
was the makeup, was it just fully like practical, or did they do some effects to make it?
Yeah, it was a prosthetic mask. You know,
Okay, so what we see in the film is what you saw on set?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Hi, David. I am most excited to meet you on this carpet. I'm a huge Hamilton fan. I finally saw it last week.
Oh, amazing.
Finally. I've listened to it for like 2 years. Okay, so what was the best advice that your parents ever gave you? Because this movie is very family oriented.
That's a good question. The best advice my parents ever gave me is that you can do whatever you want, and you don't have to do it in the way that everybody else thinks you have to. So not only are you capable of anything, but you can also find your own way.
Yes. Well, thank you very much.
Never give up.
Never give up.
Yeah, never give up. I know that's so cliche, but it's so much to that, because people go through so much in the world, you know, and no matter what you get hit with in the world, no matter how severe it is, how bad it is, you have to never give up and stay at it, stay focused, to have that drive always to just keep on going.
I agree. Totally agree.
I always have this phrase that repeats in my head, and it's not necessarily the best advice that my mom gave me, but it's just something I think of often. And she used to always tell me, the minute you think you're cool, I thought you were going to point out your bully. And I kind of go through my life that way. You know, I kind of take that as like, you're no better than anybody else, and nobody else is better than you. We're all kind of on an equal place. And the minute that you think that you're above people, or you're cooler than they are, and that's when you've reached a point where you should reflect on your own self and kind of think about how you're perceiving the world and other people.
That's the essence of kindness, basically,
Yeah.
right there. It's not
Yeah.
thinking that you're above.
Exactly, knowing that you and everyone else are all equal to one another.
So this movie's very family oriented.
Yes.
What is the best advice that your parents ever gave you?
Oh, if you fall, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try again. And I've done that all my life, and I've fallen a lot.
Got it.
Like almost on the red carpet.
What was the best advice that your parents ever gave you?
To choose kind. They gave me that message too, always just to. And then, like filming Wonder, I was like, oh, my parents always told me to choose kind.
Have you seen Star Wars?
No, I haven't yet. No, I haven't. Don't tell me anything yet. I still have to.
No.
I've been
You haven't seen any of them?
traveling. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
No, I haven't
of
seen
course.
anyone either.
Okay. I'm like,
Okay,
wait.
because I'm like, Okay.
I'm like, wait.
what character would you dress up? Because I know Auggie likes Boba Fett.
Right, Boba Fett. Yeah. Oh man. Actually, Jacob gave me a gift before we wrapped on set, and that was Chewbacca, man. So I might have to do a Chewbacca.
All right, you gotta get on stilts then.
I know, right?
Can you do the Chewbacca?
Oh no, I'm gotta work on that. I gotta go get some Listerine and gargle.
So one of my favorite parts is that Auggie loves Star Wars.
Yes.
Do you like Star Wars?
I actually just got into Star Wars recently. I went my whole life without watching Star Wars. I don't even. There's
okay,
so many.
Now.
Yeah, there's so many iconic movies I haven't seen for no reason. Just recently, I watched all of them with my friend Cole, who's a massive Star Wars fan. And I'm glad he was there.
Was he like telling you all the little bits?
Because I had questions every 30 seconds. Of course, I was like, "What's that? What's that? Why is that happening?" And he was explaining it to me. He did a really great job.
Is there a costume that you would want to dress up in?
I actually love Darth Vader. I know it's maybe awful to say that you love Darth Vader.
No,
but
it's not.
I think that he's very misunderstood to me.
Yes.
So I'm a big fan of Darth Vader. I feel like I almost kind of can relate. Which is maybe weird to say.
Well,
but
we know Anakin Skywalker,
yes,
who is
exactly,
Darth Vader.
Exactly,
so.
And you see his experiences before that kind of led up to that, and you kind of feel like maybe you can understand. I mean, I don't know if I want to take over the world just because I had a bad day, or the universe just because I had a bad day, but I kind of get it.
Do you like Star Wars?
Yes, I do. But I'm a Trekkie.
Okay. Well, let's go with that. What? I guess there's not a lot of costumes, but what like Star Trek costume would you wear? Or have you ever worn one?
Okay, I'm going to tell you a secret, and I don't like to tell people this, but I had a cardboard cutout of Deanna Troi in my bedroom.
I love that.
Because that's who I was. Yes. And I would hide her in the closet, and I'd keep her. And when I met the actress that plays her, I was like
dying,
panicking. But again, I worked with Mandy in the show, and I was same thing. You know, I've seen Princess Bride 5,000 times, so my heart was beating, and everything was same thing.
Do you like Star Wars? Have you seen them?
I haven't.
You haven't?
I saw the first one.
Okay.
And I am going to see the others.
Okay, good.
I promise you that.
You've got time. How old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
You're 10. Okay, you've got so much time to watch them.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
So, wondering is our imagination, right? And imagination is for kids and adults. Yes. So, is there a time in your life where you let your imagination wander and it led to a successful, monumental success?
I think that is a really good question. I think in college, my roommate Wes Anderson, when he and I started writing together, we loved going to see movies, and we decided we were going to try to write a script together, and we just let our imagination wander.
And look at you now.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, so that's the end of the red carpet for me. I got to talk to my favorite person, David, who I've been wanting to talk to and meet for such a long time. I didn't get to see him on Hamilton, but I saw him on this carpet. So many great interviews. Now we're going to go head in, see the movie, and I'll talk about it a little bit after this. We just got out of the movie on our way home. What would you give the movie? Score? Out of 5? 5. It was really cute. Yes, I would give it a 95. It was very good, very family orientated, and it made me cry and have lots of feels, and it was actually really funny. So you guys, a super cute message. Choose kind. Go out and see it. It's out this Friday. So thank you all so much for watching. I'm Natasha. I'll see you all in the future. Keep calm and fangirl on. Bye!